All right. I just want to so much thank Ashley. Today we have a proclamation for National Gun Violence Survivors Week with the City of Waterloo. And it reads, whereas every year more than 43,000 Americans are killed with guns, approximately 76,000 more are shot and wounded, and countless others experience the collective trauma of gun violence. And on average, 323 Iowans are killed in act of gun violence, and nearly 511 more are shot and wounded. And whereas, in advance of early February, when more Americans are killed with guns than are killed in our peer countries in an entire calendar year, 59% of all adults in America, including 71% of Black and 60% of Latino Americans, or someone they care about has experienced gun violence in their lifetime, demonstrating the reach and impact gun violence has in communities across America. And whereas a gun violence survivor is anyone who has personally experienced gun violence, whether you have witnessed an act of gun violence, been threatened or wounded with a gun, or had someone you know or cared about wounded or killed. And whereas firearms are the leading cause of death for children and teens, forms of gun violence can include, but are not limited to, gun suicides, gun homicides, domestic violence involving a gun, shootings by law enforcement, mass shootings, and unintentional shootings. And whereas people in America and cities across the nation are working to end the senseless violence by advocating for common sense gun safety legislation. And whereas we will raise awareness about gun violence and honor the lives stolen by gun violence. And whereas we renew our commitment to reduce gun violence and pledge to do all we can to keep firearms out of the hands of those who are a danger to themselves or others, and encourage responsible gun ownership to help communities. Now, therefore, I, Quentin Hart, Mayor of the City of Waterloo, do hereby proclaim January 22nd through the 26th as National Gun Violence Survivors Week. So we have Ashley Partee with us. So Ashley, please talk a little bit about this occasion, why it's so important.
Yeah, absolutely. So first, Mayor, I would like to say thank you to you and the entire council for everything that you guys do for the community and also for honoring National Gun Violence Survivors Week. Um, my name is Ashley Partee. I was born and raised in Des Moines, and I was happy to call Waterloo home for the last couple of years. I volunteer with Moms Demand Action, and the reason why this is so important to me is because on January 30th, 2020, my 15-year-old son TJ, his friend Malachi, and Malachi's older brother Devante were all shot and killed in a senseless act of gun violence. Exactly 4 months later to the day, my daughter's childhood friend of the last decade was also shot and killed. His name was Trey. Unfortunately, I know way too many other people whose loved ones' lives have been taken by gun violence, and it's unacceptable. I would also like to express my sincere condolences to the Marburger family and the entire community of Perry. My heart goes out to every single person that was affected, as well as all the gun violence survivors that are re-traumatized every single time we see these headlines in the news. We do not have to live like this. I am honoring my son TJ, Malachi, Devante, and Trey with action. If you want to stand with me to help fight for better laws and reduce gun violence, I hope you'll join me by texting the word honor to 64433. That's HONOR to 64433. You can also text survivor to 64433 to be connected with resources. Last but not least, you can download the Moms Demand Action app to find meeting and events near you. Thank you for your time.
And Ashley, I want to thank you so much. And gun violence has rippling effects. Not only are the victims hurt or killed or wounded, but also the people that perpetrate these acts of violence, also it has an impact on their families and their livelihood. And I want to thank Moms Demanding Action for your continued advocacy. I want to thank you for all of your work and your effort to help build a safer community. So God bless you and God bless all of your work in this. this area. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.